Okay, this is a slightly different video. It's not electronic in any fashion, and I'm not taste testing some disgusting food or potentially disgusting food, except for the MREs, which are pretty good. But anyhow, I saw something that says that inside of these Big Bic Lighters is a little Bic Lighter. That this window that for fluid, which is white, isn't really fluid, it's another lighter. So when you do this, which it does work, fire, that it's actually another lighter in here, a smaller one, a small Bic. So this is just to test the, is it real or not? You can see it's still got the warning tape, it hasn't been torn, it hasn't been modified, it's been used. It is a used lighter, which you saw just works fine. So to open it, apparently there's a little screw right here. So we're gonna see if there's a little lighter inside the big lighter. Testing internet fiction, or possibly non-fiction. I think this, let's get this out of the way. There we go. And of course, if I'm wrong, this will probably explode horribly in my face, which might be interesting to watch as well. Well, the screw is definitely loose. There we go. There's the screw. Got it. I'm sure these are probably heat sealed somewhat so they don't get cracked open. So, you know, some stupid person like myself might try and figure out what's inside. There we go. Hey, look at that. There's a small lighter in there. They just took the top of it off, where you would have the, flint and the flint stone and the little shroud that goes around it. And this, according to my light here, is... and it's almost empty. So apparently the big Bics have a little Bic inside. So let's see how this thing actually functions. Lost the spring. So we know this is the safety. This is the cantilever that pushes down on, get the gas out. Here's the plastic mechanism to push on the cantilever from the trigger, and also one of them pushes on the safety. Here is the feed tube, which fits right over that. So, little plastic feed tube, which I should be able to pull out. There we go. Pull it out of this flexible neck. And then, of course, there's an igniter, which is up in here, which I'm assuming is going to be one of those, well, it has to be, the friction ones that when you pull it back, it sparks it. You can tell by the sound. Yeah, there it is. There's the spring that was on this right here. Apparently it's not just pressed together, it's actually either glued or sealed. If you want to take one apart yourself, just to verify that I'm not making it up. Gonna have to break the lighter. You might want to wait till it's empty so you don't waste it. There we go. And there's the igniter, which I'm not going to click at the moment because I don't feel like getting electrocuted. And here's the two wires to complete the circuit. So you got the black one right here and the red one right here, which one goes in right. So one goes in just under this metal plate, right there, that metal plate. And the other one where the other one went? Good question. Actually, this other one's red too. It's just the insulation's got a discoloration at the bottom. But the other one looks like it went in down here. There's a small little pinhole in the base. So, is there any way to take off this last piece? There we go. And it looks like they kind of swaged a plastic fitting in around this flexible neck that had that clear tube. Right there. It's kind of it's got a split on both sides, like it's pressed in to help hold this so you can't pull it apart. Yeah, I just made it deeper. Let's see, can we get it out? And then inside here is the yard and the sparker. It's pretty much the same type of sparker they put in your barbecue. If you have one of the push button barbecues that doesn't use a battery. So, apparently yes. The answer to the question is, do they put a small Bic lighter in the Big Bic things? And the answer, of course, is now yes. So, there we go. And then there's that swaged fitting, which is in two pieces. So it just pops right off. So it's got a little nipple indentation on both sides. It fits in a hole, and they pull it tight into this, and it just wedges it in. You know, it works, and they don't have to worry about the glue breaking down if it was going to be glued in, because it's actually pressed in. Actually, kind of nice, kind of a neat little idea. It says 2-on-1 China on the side. It's stamped into it right here. Of course, it's made by Bic, as you saw, and then of course it's got the warnings about, you know, keep it away from flammable liquids, don't want to cause explosions, you can burn yourself, blah blah blah. Also, you know, if you puncture these, they can flash fire. So if you do this, that's why I suggested using one that's empty, not partial like this one is. So that's the video. Short, sweet, just showing you that the big Bic lighters have a little Bic inside. That if you had another lighter, you could probably make it work by taking the one that's out of fluid, or if you cracked it, you could take the top off and shove the spring in the flint inside and put the pin through with the little wheel, and if you really want to, you put the guard on because it has all the holes for everything. So they literally just took half of a Bic lighter and changed this from plastic to metal. So don't change what's not broken. And on the bottom, it just has the standard, it has a part number and a date code. Date code looks like it is 2/8 of 21, so beginning of the year. Used to get used to light barbecues and fireworks, and it was getting harder and harder for it to go since it's almost out of fluid. I thought it had a bigger capacity than just a standard Bic lighter. But now we know. Have a good one.